Hey guys, Dave Gardner here, and we have a special super summer offer here. And basically, it's going to be a challenge to try to get yourself back in gear. You know, maybe something you were doing before and something you kind of went away from, especially when COVID hit and, things were shut down. Maybe you weren't going to the gym and, maybe you just didn't get outside. It would have been the perfect time, of course, to get outside, but maybe you weren't getting the effects you want. And so right now, if you go, if you don't want to listen to me, all you got to do is go to 7minutemuscles.com. Again, that's 7minutemuscles.com, and you'll actually be brought to this page that you're seeing right here with both Coach Eve or Coach Joel. And they're the ones that I've been following for, many years now. Joel actually, because he is the CEO of the company that I run all my marketing tools with, whether that's my email autoresponder, whether that's web hosting, video hosting, a slew of different things, capture page builders, things like that. And so anyway, he's been a bodybuilder for over 30 years, and you can see he's ripped. Now, I don't want to look anything like him, but if you just take a look at a couple of the pictures right here, especially like look at Tissa, someone that I've had the opportunity to meet and hang out with on trips down to Cabo, San Lucas, and even in California, even in Texas, a couple other places. And so I've been able to work out with John over here up in Ottawa a few years ago as well. And so one of the things I want to point out with is not everyone wants to be ripped, but maybe someone just wants to lose weight. So for example, Tissa lost a lot of weight. He's not ripped, but he's now fit. And so same thing on the women's end. If you want to work more with a woman coach, work with Coach Eve, and all you have to do is click one of these two buttons. And I want to show you a little bit about what you're going to get. And so all it is just $99, and that's it. Nothing else for the rest of your life. It's just a one-time purchase. Now, I do want to just kind of scroll down and quick. I'll just click on Eve's here first. Just going through and showing you, some of the other testimonials from other women that have done it, working with her. We have a picture of Eve, just going in through some of her background, the trip she's taken with Joel and, some other people just working through and with the company. And I just want to scroll down and kind of skip a lot of, some of the things you actually get. Now, notice they often do this normally for $25 a month. So if you think about a year, that would be $300 for the year, or even just 4 months would have been $100, and you're going to get lifetime access for a one-time $99 purchase. And so you're going to get a 21-day workout plan. And I'm going to show you some of these in the back office in just a minute. You have a follow-along video series for the workouts. You have, some recipes, and we'll have some PDF guides, not only with the fiber, but also with the protein. Now, again, just to show you that I do this stuff, here is the Now Body and Now Lifestyle protein. Here is one of the Now Body, Now Lifestyle supplements that is with fiber. And one of the fiber things that you want, or one of the things you want to do, of course, is to ramp up your fiber and ramp up your protein. And then we also have energy boosters. And so I do take these on a daily basis. Definitely the fiber and the energy booster I do every day. And I try to hit on, I've been bad, and I need to get better back on track with the protein, at least having one double scoop shake. So I get about 40 to 50 grams of protein per serving for me, because it's a double serving when I do it. But each serving itself has about 25 to 26 grams of protein on there. And so what you're going to get, again, are some recipes that go with that and how you can mix them with all different things. I like to sometimes take some of my chocolate protein and I'll mix it in with like a vanilla yogurt. It makes a nice, really thick, almost like a pudding. And so we get some ab accelerators here. You're going to get some other bonus activities. We have support. We have a great Facebook group. We have live webinars once a week where they're going more into the fitness end, once a week where they're going more into the marketing end. You're going to get some fast action bonuses. Again, you'll have a journal you can print out. You can follow your progress. And I'm also going to show you in the members area how you can actually track your progress as well. And so we got supplement protocols, what you should be eating and how much of it you should be eating each week and each day. And so when we go down, there is a guarantee. So again, 30 to 60 day guarantee. If you don't like it, we'll give you your money back. But normally, again, $25 a month or $129 a year. If you were to jump and just do the year, you'd save money. But why do that when you have this perfect offer of $99 per lifetime? Now, I can't guarantee when this is going to be on there. And so, it's showing 9 hours. I don't know how long that's going to last. It could be something that he tests and is going to be there for, a week, maybe the whole summer. I don't really know. Okay. To be honest with you, I don't really know. A lot of times you see things like this that, maybe the time goes down and then you refresh and it started again the next day. But just the fact is this might not be there because, again, and we have had people at $25 a month and $129 a year, $99 lifetime is a steal. And so when you click that, you'll actually have the option to create a new membership. And so when you join, I'm a full-on member with Now Lifestyle, Now Body, a couple other things. What you're going to be looking for, if you just come in at Now Body, you might not see all these other parts, but the health and wellness or the Now Body is what you'd actually be experiencing. And so if we just click through, and I just want to show you some of the things that you're going to get access to on the digital end. Now, this is completely digital. You don't get any of these when you join the lifetime membership. Those would be a separate purchase, and I'll show you how you can get those as well. And there's also discounted bulk options if you do buy a bigger package, at least of the supplement. Okay, maybe you get free shipping, maybe you get a reduced rate, so on and so forth. So we have meal plans. So for example, different things to choose from. So we have 7-minute workouts, we have the meal plans, and then you have things you can download. So if we just download or go to the downloads, I just want to open that up in a new tab here just to show you some of the things you're going to gain access to. Again, this is going to be right away. So we have beginner level workouts and advanced workouts. So if we just click on the advanced workouts, for example, we have this schedule. So this is something you could print out and you could highlight, or maybe put it at the gym or bring it to the gym with you, or just put it on your, if you have a basement gym, post it somewhere on the board. And the way that it works is a 5-cycle or 5-day workout, but it's every other day, and it's a cycle where every other day in between is active rest and recovery. And so some of the main exercises we see here: first day, back and biceps. And so here's a series of exercises to do that. Then you have a day off, but again, it's recommended active rest and recovery. So, you go running, you go swimming, you play some basketball, you walk for the kids, you walk with the kids, you hike, walk the dog, whatever. Shoulders, forearms, and abs is the second day, but really it's day 3 because it's 2 days later. So again, we have 7 to 10 activities. Now, when we talk about 7-minute workouts, the truth of the matter is, if you were going to do a workout and time that all of the time you're actually working, for one little set or maybe a couple activities together, it's going to be less than 7 minutes. Now, when you think about it, it's really not going to take 7 minutes. It's going to take a little bit longer than that because, maybe you have to wait at a gym and you're waiting for machines to become open. Maybe you're waiting for a partner and you're taking turns. Maybe you're having a little rest time. But the goal is to do it fast and to go through and to get yourself to a failure point. And if you can get someone to work out, if you have a workout partner, they're going to help you through a couple more repetitions where you're going to get true massive failure. And that's where you kind of, use your muscles to the maximum, and then they're going to get the maximum amount of repair, regrowth, and recovery over the next 10 days, because you're not going to use that major muscle group again. So notice day 1 is back and biceps. We're going to get to that back again, but day 4 is rest and recovery. Then we have hamstrings and calves. So we did upper body the first couple days, different major groups. Then we went down to the lower body, hamstrings and calves. Another day of rest, chest and triceps are back up to another part of the upper body, rest and recovery, and then quads wraps up that 5th group. And then again, we have rest and recovery, and then we're back to back and biceps again. And so we have 10 full days that you can allow that muscle group to actually recover, repair, and regrow. Or most times you go to the gym and you do every single workout all at the same time, and your whole body feels sore, and you're like, all right, you're gung-ho. And this has been my example over the years. I hated working out, and I was an athlete all through high school and all through college. When I hated working out, I loved playing the sports, but I hated going to the gym because, I thought you'd have to be there for 2 hours at a time. And, it just took up, it was a commitment. And so this kind of removes a lot of the commitment. You still want to be committed, but you don't need a huge amount of time. As a single dad, I got 3 daughters that are, involved in different activities. I do other stuff on the side, work full time. I've coached over the years. And so I want to maximize my time and freedom as well. I also want to have some, freedom. I don't want to be committed to having to, work out every day and have a lot of time wasted. I want to be able to maximize that time, squeeze it in and do this. And this allows that to happen. And so I can go through. So for example, if we do the back and biceps workout, like this has 5 things listed. I might do 4 at my house. I might do like a wide grip lat pull down and then a close grip lat pull down. And then I might also do some band work, but then I might do, curls with a bar and then curls with resistance bands, and that's it. And, maybe it takes me by the time I start to the time I finish, because there's different plates I have to change. I'm moving back and forth. I'm resting a little bit in between, but not giving a lot of rest time. And, maybe by the time I'm done, maybe it's 20, 25 minutes. But I've been to the gym and, I go to the gym and you walk into the gym and people kind of look at you funny because, within 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you're leaving, especially if you have a partner, but you've gone and you've focused on one major group. You don't have to sit there and do the whole body, because what happens is if you do your whole body, next thing you know, your whole body's sore. And then 2 days later, it's even more sore, it seems. And then you're like, oh no, I'm going to give it another day and I'm going to wait and go to the gym. Then you go back to the gym and you do the full body again. And you never give that body really recovery time and you keep being sore. But if you only are sore or have a little tightness in like one major area, you can do another major area and your recovery is going to be a lot faster. And so it makes the workouts a little more enjoyable. At least that's my perspective. I hope you find the same thing. Okay, same thing, very similar with beginners workouts. If we go back here, we can look at meal plans. And we can get a whole 21-day meal plan or recommendation with recipes and things that you could actually be using. And so you can see your fiber guide, we got a protein guide, and a 21-day meal plan here. And then we got the workouts, 7 minutes a day. Again, it's called the 7-minute workout because if you really to shrink that time, your lifting time is really going to be about 7 minutes if you can get it all in. And so each one, I'll just show you one of the days. Again, here's the same rotating, 10-day cycle. Back and biceps is first. Notice mine is set for advanced. You would go through and set up your profile in the beginning based on what your height, your weight is, and what your goals are. And once you establish that, it sets you up with a series of videos that are focusing on this. So you don't have to do 100 workouts or 100 different exercises for a major group. Notice for back and biceps, there's like 5 different exercises that work on those same things. So we have wide grip. You can do lat pull downs or you can do chin ups and pull ups. You can do your seated row or back rows. You can do lat pull downs. You can do different types of dumbbell curls or preacher curls and then normal dumbbell curls or bar curls. And so there's recommendation and training that goes along with this. So again, it's very powerful and it's going to be really quick for you to actually do those workouts. And so we'll go back here and we'll click back on health and wellness. So you can actually track what you're doing here. So we have places where you can track your progress. So let's just take a look at this. I filled out one of these the other day just to test it out myself because I haven't been tracking it. And so you can track these things. So for example, we can go into the weight tracker and we can categorize, where we start our weight and over time, we're going to see where our weight is. So notice, this is about 4 days ago, I was at 205. Basically, I took 5 pounds off whatever I was with when I had my shoes on and my clothes on. And so basically here I am just getting a standard point. So maybe every week I'll try to do that so we can actually track that in there. But let's say, for example, if I want to track it again, I can just add another point there. And so notice we can see, where the time is from April until June. It just went back, or July, so many months. And I could actually add more days in there. And so once we go in there, so notice here is add a checkpoint. So let's say this is today. And again, I'm just going to, for the sake of, let's just say I lost a pound, or let's say it was, the holiday, it was July 4th. I ate a lot. I had some good health, some good beers. And so let's say I went up to 207. Let's say I gained a lot of fluid weight. And so I'm not going to worry about, and you could do this too, but I didn't do it for my set. And so like you could measure the circumference around your thighs, the circumference around your waist, circumference around your arms, because you might notice that that's what you want to focus on. What is going on with those changes? And so let's just say if I change this weight to 207, again, it's not my actual weight, but I'm going to add that checkpoint. Notice here now we have a point here and a point here. It doesn't really look like it's going up because it's 205 to 207, but notice we see the 207 there, we see the 205 there. It's because it's too short of a time because it's spread it all out. And so if we only did, it might be able to look a little better. Let's see, we kind of change this. Let's see, we'll just go from July 1st to July 7th, and we'll check this. Actually, we'd have to do July 6th because that's today. And then if we just see this, let's see if this refreshes. Yeah, it didn't refresh, but hopefully you get the point. Notice it just slightly looks like it's curving up because, again, we're going between 150 and 220 here when we go off that, or 225 on the chart. So hopefully you get that point and understand you can actually go through and you can set up your sizes. And of course, we want that curve to go down, but maybe you do want it to go up. Maybe you have your thing set where you want to actually gain weight. Maybe you're looking to bulk up and gain muscle. And so a lot of the training, depending on how you click on the buttons, can determine, okay, are you going to build and bulk up, or are you trying to tone down? And so those options are available when you set up your accounts. And so where it says your exercise videos, that you'd be setting all that up in your Fit Tracker and getting yourself ready. And so we have other products that go here. Your food tracker. That's another thing. Again, you can actually put your meals in and you can actually establish what you've been eating. And again, if you have the time to go through and do this, we can build menus. You can do your food tracker. I haven't spent a lot of time using this. I really haven't spent any time at all on it. But again, it's something for you. If you want to go through and actually calculate and really hold yourself accountable, you can go through and do this. So we can go through and we could add things in. So let's say I had a snack in the morning or in the afternoon, and I can start adding stuff in there. And so we see these things called fit credits. When you actually put in your original, your weight and your height, and maybe what your goal weight is and how many calories you should have, it's basically calculated on fit credits. So notice my fit credits are at 201. And so basically every credit, we could almost say every credit's like a pound. Like maybe my goal was 200. And so basically if you maintain that value, you'd be able to get there. So I got to go back and check this out, but you can actually fill in your details. And so if you were to eat something, so let's say, for example, for breakfast, we actually added something or ate something, then that might say that, okay, my numbers left were different. So we notice it says 201 here. If we add in a food, so let's say, for example, I ate, for example, I had a protein bar, and I think it was 14 grams of protein, and it was like, it was a little bit higher than I wanted, but I think it was about 20 grams of carbs. And notice it'll tell you and show you your breakdown. And Joel, in a lot of the training videos, goes through and breaks down your macronutrient ratios of what you should be eating. And so, for example, how much protein to how much carbs to how much fat. And so, let's say it was 3 grams of fat. I don't remember this. I'm just making these all up. And I also took for breakfast, I also had, at least 5 grams of protein or 5 grams of fiber, because I took the LipoXPLus, but I also took the other Now Body product, which is known as Eliminate, which is one of the original fiber materials. So, for example, if we close this or save it, for example, those numbers should calculate. Notice that calculates and determines that to be 9 fit credits. So there's some, algorithm or something that's on the back end working that talks about how much you can actually eat. And again, I would need to go back and make sure that my settings are correct. And so when we go through and we refresh this now, hopefully this will have changed if I saved it correctly, just because I think I saved the first part, but if we save the full page, hopefully it will change. And so unfortunately it didn't, but let me see. Oh, so it is down here. Okay, it is down here. It did save it down here. So I'm not sure why it changed there, but again, maybe that's something I need to look into more because I haven't used it. But again, my point is just showing you that there is a system in place for you to go through and actually track your things. You can actually build up recipes and add a menu in there. You can actually create that. So that's another tab in here you can play around. So there's a lot to do if you want to try to really focus and own in on your fitness levels and your health levels with a Now Body program. And again, it's a lifetime offer of $99. And so you're not going to beat that anywhere else, because a lot of other digital places might have, maybe they, it was a cheaper price, but maybe they only have, just some of the PDF guides, or maybe they only have a fitness tracker, or maybe they only have a recipe builder, but they don't have everything all together. And so now we can add this one. Notice it's a little bit different. We can actually go through and maybe there's recipes that you can share with other people. And so I can add what it is. I can, is it beans or is it a breakfast? Is it a lunch? I can, what is it here? I can add ingredients, and the ingredients then will calculate the amount of fit credits. And that could probably be related to, the amount of carbs, the amount of protein, the amount of fats that go in there, how many servings, so on and so forth, the time to cook. And you can start to create your own menu. So again, a lot of great stuff inside here. Let's just pop that down again. Oops, it is scrolling there. We'll give it a second. But again, just for a one-time price of $99, it's going to save you a ton of money if you are to just do it now versus actually going through and trying it monthly or trying it for the full year. And so we have other videos that Joel has created that actually go through and give you a ton of training, especially on why adding protein is crucial, why adding fiber. And he goes about the science of fiber and how fiber will, especially this fiber will bulk form and it will slowly go through your system. It can pull out cholesterol, pull out fats, pull out other toxins. It helps to reduce diabetic, or especially type 2 diabetes, reduce cholesterol levels, slowers your digestive process, basically, helps to maintain, basically a fuller feeling longer. And so we have all these other videos and other trainings that are in here. So for example, your workout protein shake, creating six-pack abs, magic of fiber and the cravings, okay, cardio training, macronutrients, macronutrient balance, the other supplements, and then your plateaus. And so, for example, if we just look at this one, the magic of fiber, we'll see here, and Joel is going through these, and he's going to continue to update these and add more as time goes on. But we have a
Joel here.
Stop it. Notice it's a 32-minute video. It's intense training and in-depth training of why fiber is important. And we go in here, notice we got a fiber guide. And the fiber guide gives you different background information of why fiber is beneficial and, you know, what's the best way to do it, but also gives you some recipes on there. Fiber burgers, maybe zucchini, fiber chocolate chip cookies, things that are going to be better for you, fiber muffins. So there's a lot of great stuff here inside the member area of Now Body and the Now Lifestyle family. And so the last thing, again, they'll look over Joel's shoulder, very similar to some of these. He's going to go and, you know, take you different places and help train you on what you actually need to look for. Especially, for example, if we click on this one for the grocery store, Joel is actually going to go and basically you're looking over Joel's shoulder when you're in the actual grocery store. So here Joel is.
All right, guys, we're at the grocery store.
We're going to watch the whole thing here, but just showing you some of the things that you would want to look for when you're actually going to the grocery store. Too many people don't look at the nutrient labels, and you might get tricked by, you know, it tells you there's so many calories, but then when you look and see that there's really 2 or 3 servings per, you know, amount, especially like if you drink something like a Gatorade. This is one of the things I tell my students all the time. You know, it says, oh, there's only 80 calories, but then when you look at it, it says it's 2.5 servings are in a bottle. So really that, you know, that turns into 200 calories, and people don't process that. And you think about a Gatorade bottle, most people would drink the whole Gatorade bottle. And so drinking your calories is not always the best thing. And so again, brings me back to, you know, July 4th weekend, I'm drinking a lot of good beers. I probably put in more calories than I needed to just for drinking my calories. And so the last thing I do want to point out, and I mentioned again a couple times before, is, you know, the supplements, the, you know, the LipoXPLus, for example, the whey protein, and there's a lot more. The health supplement tab, when you click on that, you'll have the opportunity to buy other things separate. So these do not come with this $99 lifetime guarantee. So there's protein. Elevate is our energy booster. There's 2 different versions. There's the normal version, and then there's the Elevate Extreme. And so notice where it says extreme savings and the fat burner blowout, you'll see that. But we have creatine, we have fiber, and then we have resistance bands. And then inside, we also have the LipoXPLus. Now, just as a heads up, LipoXPLus is a separate, it's on a separate tab, I guess. And if we click that, we'll also see there's also another option to become a founding distributor of the LipoXPLus, where you can actually get a bulk amount or you can buy an individual amount. And so there's a lot of details on the LipoXPLus. You know, I'm not going to go into that right now. Really, I just want you to get healthy with this stuff. And so you can look up the different protein amount. You know, you can get bottles. Right now we have chocolate, Dutch chocolate and vanilla. The Elevate, again, is an energy booster. And so if you want to perk up your, you know, your metabolism a little bit, creatine, if you're more, you know, on the lifting and you want to bulk up, that's going to help increase muscle mass, increase muscle size. Fiber, again, is for intestinal health and, you know, again, eliminating toxins, help with, you know, type 2 diabetes. And so there's a couple different types of fiber there. We have the resistance bands. You don't need a gym, so you don't have to pay for a gym to belong. You don't have to buy yourself a big gym for your basement, but you can even just buy 1 set of resistance bands and you can do most of the workouts that are shown in the Now Body from home with the resistance bands. I do a ton of workouts and I do a ton of exercises with the bands. Now, I've hurt my shoulder and my elbow over the years and a couple other things that ache. And so the resistance bands allow for a little bit less stress on my body than using the weights because, you know, the balance is a little bit better. It's not going to be as much stress. I can slow down and I can release off of it as, you know, as quick as I want versus like doing like something, you know, like a shoulder press where, you know, I'm controlling this heavy weight over my shoulders. You know, I can easily let down the resistance bands, you know, a lot safer than I could, you know, if something were to happen with the actual physical weights. And so the other thing, there are some package deals, again, for free shipping. We saw that when we first came in, you know, where you get some powder, you get the Eliminate, you get the Elevate. We get the Extreme savings. That's for the Elevate Extreme. If you want to buy a bigger bulk, bigger amount, then you're going to save on each bottle. And so notice you're going to save over 50% on that one. And then the Fat Burner Blowout, again, Elevate Extreme. Very similar, again, because of the Elevate Extreme. But this is just one by itself, one bottle. Notice one bottle running at about $60 for 100 capsules. And then, you know, if you wanted to save about 50% on each, you could get a bulk amount. So there's different options here. And again, like I said, with the LipoXPLus, there's a bulk amount there, or you can buy individual smaller bottles or small bottle sets. But again, I just want to point out that those do not come with this $99 package. The $99 package, again, is exclusive. Now, I just want to show you as we wrap this up here, these pictures, they are a couple years old, but I want to focus on the fact that this was me a few years ago, and then once I started the workouts, this is pretty consistent to what I look like now. Now, I've probably gained a few pounds back, but nowhere where I was here. This was about 215. This is about 200 to maybe 198 to 200, 202, and I'm about 205. I range a little bit. Depends on how much beer I've been drinking, or if I've been working out, or if I went for a good run. But what I did, I dropped some weight just in the beginning, starting with the fiber, but then I've also gained muscle mass. And so remember, fat is going to take up more space. So when you start to increase your muscle mass, you're going to look smaller, but your weight might start to plateau a little bit because the muscle is going to be, more dense material. But again, you can see in all different places, my cheeks are fatter, my shoulders and my stomach is a little bit, thicker and fuller. The sides of my arms, maybe look a little more toned and curved here, or a little more straight down there. Now, it's not a huge difference. Like I said, I don't want to look like Joel. I have no desire to ever look like this, okay? I don't want to look like Joel. I want to just look toned. I want to have muscles. Sure, I want to be able to have some, fitness and fatigue, and, maybe be able to see some tone. If I were to flex, of course, you can see that I have biceps and triceps and things like that. But I don't want to be big and bulky. I just want to be toned. So all you have to do, again, just go to 7minutemuscles.com, and you can choose to work with Eve or Joel. And again, if you click either one of those tabs, you'll go to either Eve's page or Joel's page. And basically it looks very similar. We have, again, some testimonials from the men, some of the Joel's background, talking about trips, his kids, working out. Again, I'm not going to show you all this, but again, we have the same concept. So the background information that you're going to see, whether you're a male or female, is all going to be the same in regards to what you have available inside the members area. And so we have all this training. You're going to get a lot of stuff, a lot of the training and a lot of the documents, but some of the videos might either be geared with Eve or they might be geared with Joel. And so that's what you really want to go and click on and figure out which one you'd prefer to work with. But you're actually going to get a lot of training from Joel as well, because again, he's the CEO of the company. So all you got to do, depending on where you are, or just type it in, go to 7minutemuscles.com and get yourself your lifetime offer access. Again, $99. I can't guarantee. I don't know when he's going to pull this down. He's just testing it out right now. But when you think about $25 a month, that would only get you 4 months through, or even $129. You'd have to repay again another $129 at the end of the year. But you're going to get it all for just $99 for 1 year. Lifetime, for lifetime. Okay, for lifetime. I'm comparing it to the yearly rate. So can't beat it. It does have a money back guarantee. Come and check it out. Start your workouts. Just give it a month trial. See what happens. See how your clothes start to fit. Okay, it might not always be about the weight, but what is happening with your clothes? Okay, are you going in on sizes? Are you going in another belt notch? Are your pants falling down? Are you looking too baggy inside your clothes? And so those are the things to think about. And so I urge you to test it out. Like I said, there's a money back guarantee. If you don't like it, they will give you your money back, no questions asked. You just have to fill out a support ticket. Now, you can't come back to me for a money back guarantee, just throwing that out, because I am not an employee of the company. You'd have to go into your membership area and you'd have to complete a support ticket. So hopefully you found benefit, and hopefully you appreciate a little bit more finding out what is actually available inside the Now Body membership, whether you're a man or a woman. The goal is to get in the best health of your life, increase your protein, increase your fiber, and basically start taking some action on making you the best version of yourself, making you happy with what you have and happy with how you look and how you feel, and then sharing it with others. So the last thing I want to leave you with is, when you share it with others, like I'm sharing it with you, you can actually earn commissions on this. And so I'm going to earn a commission, and I'm going to be very thankful when you purchase this. And so I'm going to earn a commission, which is going to allow me to pay for advertising and, to buy more stuff and to do other things with my family. And so I want you to be able to do that too, but you have to check it out. And again, if you see some of the results of the pictures that I've shown, and if we go back here, there's my living proof. When we scroll down on my page, this is one of my blog pages. So there we are at the top, thedavidgardner.com. That's my blog. And then this is one of the pages I created. And here's that same workout cycle. So we have back and biceps, shoulders, forearms, and abs. We got hamstring and calves, chest and triceps, quads and glutes. And then it starts over again with back and biceps. And here I am actually doing it. So before COVID and gyms were available, I was working out. That was one of the girls that I was hanging out with and dating at the time. I'm not with her anymore, but I was doing the workouts. And again, show that there's proof and show that there's results. I'm actually even ironically wearing a LipoXPLus t-shirt in this workout. And so at the gym doing the different workouts, in each section of this blog post, I'm showing the different pictures in different workouts. So for example, here's day one. Here's my lat pull downs. Here's, shoulder, basically I'm doing my back rows, I'm doing curls, so I'm doing back and biceps. It's like 4 or 5 activities. Here we are on the next day. We're doing shoulders. So I'm doing, shoulder press. I'm doing some ab crunches, and I'm doing some reverse butterflies to do shoulders and abs. On hamstring days, I'm doing leg curls, basically reverse curls, pulling your leg down to work on your hamstrings. I'm doing some leg presses. And again, I'm only doing a few exercises. You don't have to go into the gym for hours and spend a lot of time to do this. Chest and triceps, I'm doing chest press, and I'm doing basically tricep pull downs, and I'm doing, in a couple different versions. I'm doing it with a rope or with a, the Y-shaped bar, and I'm also doing it on a machine. So you can do it on a rope, and you can do it on a machine. You can do it in free weights. You can do it with resistance bands. There's lots of ways you can manipulate your activities, but really you have to do a few till you get to that burning process. And then finally on glutes, I'm doing leg extensions, pulling the leg out to work on the top half of my legs, doing a little glute, basically a butt burner here, a glute push. And, again, we also did some leg press. And then it cycles through when we talk about rest and recovery. Go hiking. So here I am hiking, going out, doing like a little ropes course inside the mall. And then, of course, you want to refuel and recover. You got the Elevate Extreme, the LipoXPLus, the protein, all of these things. So again, all you got to do is go to 7minutemuscles.com, and you're going to see Coach Eve or Coach Joel, and whoever you want to work with, whatever you fit best. But again, just keep in mind that Joel is the CEO. You'll get a lot of stuff from Joel in the process as well. And so again, I'm living proof that this stuff works, keeps us healthy, keeps me, when I get into the products, it keeps my body, I'm hungry throughout most of the day. Wasn't really hungry for lunch today. I had a late breakfast, but it included the LipoXPLus and the Elevate. Later today, I'm going to go do one of my 7-minute workouts, and I'm going to basically probably follow up with a protein shake. And so the key thing, though, is to have that workout system going. So again, all you got to do is go to 7minutemuscles.com and choose who you want to work with, and then get in touch with me. Let me know how things are going. I want to see your progress. Go in there and figure out the tracker. I want to see some results, and I want to see your success. I want to see you in the best health that you can be in. Again, this has been Dave Gardner. If you have any questions, just drop them below. All right, we'll talk to you soon.